Hi, yeah, this is another video here by the Tokyorealestateman, and yeah, there's kind of lots of stuff to talk about here today. I'm shooting this video here. I think it's the 10th of May, 2020, and Tokyo has been well. I say we're in lockdown, but Tokyo's lockdown is it's not a really full lockdown. There's still like restaurants that are open during the day and lots of businesses that are open during the day. But we're definitely in a depression right now. But I think I don't know what to believe of any of the numbers from this coronavirus or COVID-19. Uh, I don't know what the all from what I'm trying to read through it, having read some of the Stanford studies and University of California studies and some of the data. I'm basically seeing that the effects of the coronavirus are really similar to reading through it. I'm not a virologist or anything like that. That a lot of this has been really overblown, but I'm not a politician, and I'm I don't know enough about anything to make a decision or have a really informed opinion on anything about this. And I'm just a regular person, so I really do follow. I don't really want to follow the lockdown, but I do because. I just feel the peer pressure of the society is doing the lockdown, and I am succumbing to it. Uh, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's really sort of happened. As you know, like this channel has been a real estate channel, but we go in other directions too. I'm interested in health, and as you know, I have like a brand here in Tokyo, and uh, I'm interested in investing in stuff like that. Like it's just been interested in investing in all kinds of stuff since I was basically 20 years old, or even it started when I was on my paper route as a kid, and I used to just read the business section of the newspaper at a very young age. I was just always very interested in it. But there's been a lot of like right now, I guess the environment right now is there's been a lot of money printing being done in across the world by the Federal Reserve, and here by the Bank of Japan. But I mean, definitely right now we are in I don't know the numbers, but whether it's a recession or a depression, but I would say that we're here on the 10th of May. We're in a depression here in Tokyo, in Japan. I'm from Shibuya, Tokyo, Shibuya Station here. It's just out my window right here. So we are in a deflationary environment right now, and but I mean that can change because there's a lot of money being printed, and if this money that's being printed can start circulating around the economy, and the velocity of the money is going to speed up from all this created money. And if some of this manufacturing is going to come back from China to the United States or here to Japan, that outlet of deflationary sort of outsourcing, we're getting basically cheap goods from the cheap goods of Chinese cheap labor that have been put here into Japan. If that's going to be cut down, and that sort of manufacturing starts to be done inside the economy, that's going to create an inflationary sort of loop, or just a more inflationary environment. But having said that, Japan is in a naturally deflating environment in that the population is decreasing right now, and although I don't really know, there's not too much immigration on the books, but I think there's a lot of silent immigration that happens in terms of there's a lot of foreign workers. There's a worker shortage here in Tokyo, and there's a lot of foreign workers you see in all kinds of jobs, like from like obviously the lesser quality jobs. Okay, like I was there at by Setagaya Park recently, and then there was two guys from India working in this concrete. It's not really yeah, it's kind of a factory. I think they well, it's a concrete supply chain depot where basically the trucks go and pick up the concrete and they drive back here into the city, and they're pouring it into the foundations here of the buildings that are being built here in the city. Now, the point of some of this video that I wanted to bring today is to talk about why you should invest in this environment. I've been watching all kinds of channels across the YouTube about it all, and like a lot of people right now are like talking about gold and bullion, and I'm not really anti-gold and bullion. In fact, I used to be a gold bug, and if you're interested in buying bullion here in Tokyo, there's a few places you can go to in Konda. I used to go to Ishifuku, and then that's a great place to go. You can just, if you want to be if you believe in holding your investment and holding it in gold, lots of like Japanese people over time have been like gold investors, and you can go to Ishifuku in Konda, and that's a great place to get bullion. They have palladium and silver and platinum and gold, and you can go there anytime, Monday to Friday, from probably 10, if I'm remembering. I used to be a gold bug. I used to go there all the time. From 10 a.m. to 5:30 or 6, and you can anytime you want. You used to, in the old days, you didn't have to register. You just bring a plunk of money down and then buy some gold if you wanted with it. But over the years, I really sort of changed my attitude on gold. I've kind of soured on it. I think I still have some silver or some gold around, but I sold most of my gold and my silver over the years because I own a lot of real estate. And the only thing I don't like about gold is that it is totally useless. Like, what I mean is so unproductive in relation to like anything else, like even this computer or these lights, or if you don't know, I have a bit of just a small sort of fashion brand here in Tokyo, and then I have a Volkswagen bus. Okay, I as opposed to gold, I would rather buy a classic bus because this is something that's usable. Okay. And if there is going to be the wave of inflation, I think that's going to come over the next 3 or 4 or maybe 5 years. This is kind of one of the things that you want to do with your money. I think the first thing that you want to do with your money is real estate. And I think actually when I bought this apartment, it's a very expensive apartment that I live in. It's a very big apartment. It's on the top floor and it's located right by Shibuya Station. And it's I think it's just under 140 meters. It's really big for Tokyo. I think I probably, at the time when I bought this place, I basically used all my savings into the down payment of it, and then I turned some of, I don't even know now, like I probably sold, I used to buy the really big bullion bars of silver. And I think I've sold a couple of huge like bullion bars of silver. Like I think they're like, I forget now, like they're 10 kilogram bars. They're very big. I would sell those at something like 300 ounces. I think I forget now. As I said, I used to be a gold bug, and I sold them, and then I bought the floor to the apartment. And actually, that made a lot of sense to me. That's a really example of like where I am not a real gold bug, in that it didn't do anything, okay, but the floors that I put this apartment into, okay, or that I put into this apartment, I always thought that like, I own, so you don't know, I'm into the double digits of apartments here in Tokyo, and then I have a place in Vancouver as well, and then always think that if you have like a really good functioning apartment that's in a great location, you can always rent it, so it's a lot more productive in a way than bullion is. I mean, bullion's got some little good points too. I think the one good point for bullion is like a succession. If you just want to hide, like X amount of gold coins or silver coins in your safe, right? And then, if you know you're going to pass away, that's a really good way of skirting around like a lot of the taxes that you'd have to pay in. It's part of the reason governments don't like gold, because it's like it's a really like liquid form of like moving wealth around even between generations and stuff like that. So yeah, but like I guess the government is like more powerful than ever right now. So like even if you were to take that gold and go to Ishifuku and try to sell it, you have to register your name and stuff like that. So like it's just, even the bullion market here in Tokyo, it just has much more control on it than it used to in the old days. And this is going back to like the 1990s and what have you. So that's why I'm a real estate guy. I just find that, like if you're working here in the Japanese economy and you want to get, first of all, if you're into the Japanese healthcare system, you want to use that healthcare number to help you get the financing, because if you don't have that healthcare number, you can't get the sweet financing. Like this particular apartment, okay, is financed at 30 years at 1%. Okay, and right now Tokyo is probably, the real estate is probably deflating a little bit, but a lot of people don't know what to figure out right now. I think real estate's also like very popular, right, amongst like lots of investors right now here in Tokyo right now, because they're trying to read through what's happening here with the money printing. Like here in our family right here, I have 2 kids and my wife, and we're going to receive $4,000 in I guess assistance, and that's everyone in the country is going to get that, or basically $4,000 as emergency assistance. And I don't know whether that's whether that is that money is being loaned into existence, or the Japanese Treasury is printing that money into existence. I haven't checked on the details of it, but it could be interpreted as inflationary, I think, in some ways. So I think a lot of hard assets in inflationary environment. I think the key is this, though, to the seeing what's going to bring on. It's not, right now there's a deflationary outlet in that people are sourcing their goods cheaper, okay, from China, okay? But as that manufacturing moves back to Japan, okay, that's going to create, that's going to close that door, that leakage, okay? And I'm saying it's all going to close because China's right there. But if some of that all comes back, okay, that deflationary outlet or that door is going to close. And it might make this environment in terms of the economy here more inflationary. So then you have to decide what you want to do with your money. If you don't have enough money to buy an apartment, or you don't have the money or the job situation to put the financing together, okay, then bullion is a good thing, and you can go to Ishifuku in Konda. Maybe you want to try to get like a van like I have, okay, but then you got to look for parking. Like I'm in the real estate world here in Tokyo, so I can find a place to park, but that can be difficult too. But you have to decide. You got some time right now. It's going to be, my interpretation is this deflationary environment is going to continue a little bit over the next little while. So you have a chance right now, but like the central banks are not gonna, they're gonna continue to print, and they're gonna try to prop it. And there's like all this experiments in MMT right now, and like universal basic income happening right now. So yeah, this transition point now could be more and more money printing. That's my interpretation, right? But worst case scenario, that's why real estate is so good, because if you were to buy a real estate or finance it at 1%, you got cheap financing, and then you've also got a place to live. I love real estate for that, and that's the reason I'm like not anti-gold bug. I can see the use of it. You can't put a real estate together and you deal together. You want to protect your savings by maybe getting some gold, but it does nothing for you either. So that's why the number one thing is real estate for me. And like this kind of stuff, like a Volkswagen Boss, I think it's really good. But in a way, that's a real, it's for me, it's a business. It's a business. It's a real business for me, my shop, but it's in a way a luxury as well. So yeah, these are just some little thoughts. I'm gonna make a lot more videos now on this channel right now about just everyday life, and I'm gonna start like doing all kinds of just interesting videos about my life and stuff like that, and how it transitions to different themes in my life, with it that's health or real estate or like life here in Tokyo in general. Okay, another I'm shutting off here, and another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. I know it's been a while. This is my studio here, and we're just west of Shibuya Station in Tokyo. Thank you.